a very unorthodox opponent in Teruto Ishihara this weekend. What do you make of him as a fighter, and how do you see this fight panning out for you on Saturday night?
Yeah, he looks very unorthodox from what I can see, but I look forward to making him an ordinary guy, and that is very easy to do. Put the pressure on, land a few of the Russian hammers, and then they become a panic wrestler. This is what people do. That's just a natural human reaction, and that's exactly what I look to do. I put the pressure on, he's going to feel it, he's going to take a shot, I'll defend the takedown, and then I'll put him away.
You've had a few fights in the UFC now. Do you feel nicely settled and at home in the Octagon? Whereas before you were working your way up, you obviously had the Ultimate Fighter and then you had the first couple of fights. Now you've had a few fights under your belt. Do you feel completely at ease in the Octagon now and at home fighting under the UFC banner?
Yeah, it certainly feels a lot more comfortable now. Yeah, it feels right now. Plus, I'm fighting at home now, so that's a huge advantage. Home advantage, you know, like we say in Russia, you know, at home even the walls help you. So I look forward to, you know, using that Saturday night, feeding off that energy and getting that knockout.
You talk about feeding off the energy. Obviously, your team right now must be absolutely sky high after the events in New York at the weekend. How much of an inspiration is that for you to be coming into an event just 1 week after your friend and training partner just became a two-weight world champion?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it has proven to me something that I had already known. I train with the best guy in the world, and if that doesn't give you confidence, I don't know what will.
And in terms of the evolution of your game, obviously you're known to stand and bang, and that's your chosen style. But are there layers below that? Because we haven't seen, you know, most of your fights have just been stand-up fights. How much have you been sort of developing the stuff underneath that as you go along, so that when you do find yourself in there with people who maybe aren't so willing to stand with you, you've got that stuff in the locker to bring out when you need it?
I mean, look guys, you know, I'm a veteran of the sport. I've got 30 fights. I've got the most fights at Straight Plus Gym. I've been around for a very long time. I train with a two-time world champion at the best gym in the world. I work on everything. I can do it all. And if you think otherwise, you're a dumbass. Yeah.
And with Ishihara, he throws lots of weird spinning, flying technique. He seems to be incredibly relaxed going into this. Whenever I talk to you during fight week, you're always very focused. Do you think there's a danger with him that he's just going to be over relaxed and you're just going to catch him early in the fight? How do you see the start of the fight going?
I mean that's probably just the way he is. I am guessing. You know, I'm sure he's taken this seriously. He knows what I bring. He knows the dangers. Well, the start of the fight is going to be me putting the pressure on and never letting him go anywhere. I'm just going to chase him around that ring. I'm going to put the pressure on. I'm going to back him up against the fence, and then I'm going to end his life.
And you've got the benefit of fighting in one of the most talent-stacked weight divisions in the UFC, so you get past Ishihara, there's a whole list of name opponents that you could potentially go after. Are there one or two names that you sort of have in mind, so that after this fight, when you get an opportunity to talk on a microphone, you can call somebody out?
There certainly are. All of them.
Up to you if you're
all of them. There's no one in particular name, you're just after all of them?
I want them all. You know, I fight very often. I love to fight. This is what I love to do. Inside that octagon, it is the most peaceful place on earth. It is my favorite place on earth. And I like to be there as often as I can.
What is it that makes you so relaxed when you get in there? 'Cause quite often when you see people there, they're making their walk to the octagon, there's a lot of nervous energy. You always seem so calm and composed, and you just sit there. That's where you're most relaxed. Is there a moment before the fight where you do have butterflies in the stomach and you get a bit nervous, and then you get through that and then it's fight mode?
No, once I get inside that octagon, there's no nerves anymore. It's the best place on earth. There's no financial crisis in there. There's no cancer in there. There's no global warming in there. There's nothing. There's just truth.
Brilliant. Well, we'll find out the truth on Saturday night. Look forward to seeing you fight. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.